No, dude, what are you doing?
Stop. Hello, this is
Warm Seltzer podcast.
my name's Sailor. This is
Hi, I'm Justin.
and this is our second time trying to make a podcast. We originally had one. Should we say it? No, we're not gonna say it.
No.
Maybe if we get big and famous, we can out ourselves. But for now, we're gonna leave that as a mystery. Our close friends will know what it is, but actually, I don't even know. Do people know, like, that we did that other than like your ex-girlfriend?
Danny knows.
Danny knows. Okay, because I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even tell my girlfriend.
Danny described our podcast as, you guys talked about fucking nothing, and I watched it.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember us talking about absolutely no. Well, no, the first episode was about the new Spider-Man movie, but that got taken down.
Yeah.
We got copyright strike for nothing.
For nothing.
There was this fucking fake YouTube channel that, like, I looked it up, and on Reddit it was like a huge thing. This channel like took down small creators for nothing, and like, it's YouTube. They're not going to listen to a channel that has 4 subscribers and is going to be like, oh yeah, we have to handle this. This is bullshit.
We got a whole team on it.
Fucking took down a Spider-Man Far From Home review on a podcast for 2 hours. Not on my watch.
It got some views.
It did get some views. Compared to the other episodes, it got like 250 views, which is like,
That's huge.
for us. Yeah.
That's
For those of you just joining us, this is the first episode, so no one's joining us. Justin has a YouTube channel.
I do.
Did we introduce ourselves?
I don't think we did this time.
I'm Sailor. This is Justin.
Yep.
I think we said whatever. Anyways, Justin has a YouTube channel.
I do. Go check it out.
Called Mr. Purple Turtle or
Mr. Purple Turtle.
The Purple Turtle. Because I tried to look it up on YouTube, I couldn't find it.
Oh, it's Mr.
It's Mr. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Purple Turtle on YouTube. He does gaming videos and vlogs.
Yep, I've got
And
one
now
up.
podcast that you can link in your.
I can add that.
You could add that now because you got a podcast.
I've got
now.
an Instagram,
The same thing.
Mr. Purple Turtle.
And yeah, I don't have any output on like the internet except for I make music, but does that count?
Yeah.
I guess it counts.
Yeah.
I can't. It's weird to plug though because I don't have any of like my music on my SoundCloud. It's all on somebody else's for the most, like the big thing. I could plug it in the description if you want to listen to it. I'll put it in the. I don't know why I'm pointing, but
It's over here.
I'll put it in the description. You can't see it. We're pointing at the bottom of the YouTube video.
Can't even make a joke about the joke. You still can't see it.
Yeah, because they still can't fucking see anything. Yeah, it's down here, guys. All right. Well, this is it. This is happening.
We're doing it.
It's weird. It's weird talking
Yeah.
for like a long period of time when you're being recorded, and we can we're watching Logic fucking record our voices. And it's-
Just watching the sound waves go.
yeah, like we're very curious about it. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird doing a podcast. It's weird talking for so long and like keeping up the conversation
You can't
it's
stop.
because it's weird. It's in real life. It's really hard to do that.
Right.
But like I feel like we as a
A couple.
us as a unit, I feel like we're really good at like talking on camera.
Right.
But I feel like where we struggle is like off, like in real life. Like we'll have conversations. It's just like,
It's just noises.
hey, I was like, yeah, like, ugh. And it's just that for like a couple minutes, and then someone will be like, all right, how's it going?
All right, so I watched TV yesterday.
Yeah, I watched the Bo Burnham special. It was really good.
Did you also watch it 6 times? Yeah.
I watched it like 3 times. And then I went back and watched like certain clips of it. It's pretty good, but we can get into that later. But yeah, it's like it's weird. It's weird talking on. It's weird how easy it comes to us when we're doing something like this, and like I guess
We're
it's because
naturals.
we've known each other for so long, where it's like talking normally has just kind of doesn't happen
It's
anymore.
been phased out.
Yeah, like it's just like, hey, do you want to play video games? Do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to do a podcast?
Remember, I still owe you some Predator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll never happen. I don't think.
No, I refuse.
Shit, their pizza. Fuck.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here. I gotta go. Keep them entertained.
Keep it okay. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna keep
Yes,
going.
hello?
Yeah, he's talking to the pizza man.
All right, I'll be right back.
Pizza man.
Right there.
Pizza man.
Pizza man.
Pizza man. He's going to pick up the pizza and we're gonna eat it, and it's gonna be really good. I guess I'll plug my shit. We already kind of did that, but Mr. Purple Turtle on YouTube and on like pretty much fucking everything. Created it years ago, and I decided to make a Mr. Purple Turtle account for every possible form of social media. So you'll find me. Sometimes with an underscore, sometimes not. It's kind of a gamble. I've had the channel up for like for like 2-3 months, and I've uploaded like 8 videos, so I'm already not off to a good start. I'm already super lazy. I've got like probably like 10 hours worth of content that I just probably will never edit.
Have you kept them entertained?
I think so.
Whispering in the mic all the time.
No. I just plugged my YouTube channel some more.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about how lazy I was.
Do you want to eat now or do you want to eat later?
Let's turn this into ASMR.
Hold on. I'm back, everybody.
He's back.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird talking not on camera, but like recorded for a long time. Because it's weird talking to nobody. Like it's easier. Like if either of us did like a solo podcast, I think that would be a disaster.
It would be awful. It'd be so
Not like
fucking
this
terrible.
is any good, but like imagine this, but 50 times weirder.
Yeah.
And just uncomfortable. Just like 30 minutes of silence. Be like,
So
oh, you guys watch E3? Did you see Elden Ring came out? Elden Ring's coming out.
looks pretty
See
good.
the new Metroid game coming out after. See Metroid.
I'm super excited for it, and I just I don't own a console, so
Yeah, it'll be like that.
Yeah.
It'll be like like you know how like when your parents are fighting and you have to sit in like your room just pretending not to hear it, but you totally do.
yeah.
It'll be like that for an hour. Like the length your parents would fight. Heyo.
Oh.
Anyway, I guess we talked about Burnham, Bo Burnham's new comedy special. It's pretty good.
It's really good.
It's I don't think anyone expected how that was gonna go,
I'm so sad.
especially with the title called Inside. I was just thinking like I thought it was just gonna be like a normal special, but just indoors.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect what we got. It's very interesting. It's like I don't really know how to start. It starts off with like it's kind of like a bait and switch where it's like, oh, there's like he's doing like crowd noises on the piano, and it's like, oh, it's just gonna be like a normal like it's gonna be like a comedy special but with the canned laughter, like a fucking sitcom. I was like, oh Jesus, this is gonna be awful. And no, it turns into like one of the most like uncomfortable
Yeah.
and like real, but also really just artistically sound like things. Like you can't call it. It's not a movie.
It's like an experience.
Yeah, it's a special, but that isn't very funny.
Psychological warfare.
This is meant to keep Zoomers at bay with their mental illness.
Remind them that they're sad.
Yeah, it's like it's psychological war. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's meant to keep just like young people at bay and indoors, basically.
That special made me so sad that I'm productive now.
Why?
Because I don't.
What do you mean?
Like I told you, I finished watching it, and I watched it
Yeah.
3 more times, and I listened to just the album on Spotify 2 more times.
Yeah.
And
I
since
did so
then,
too.
I've started drinking water. I have started working out at night.
That's good.
I've just been taking care of myself, and because I just
This is a
don't.
weird thing to get you motivated. I feel like this does the opposite for a lot of people. It just makes them think about how awful their lives are. Or not awful, just sad. How sad they are,
I
really.
think Bo Burnham juxtaposed to me in the same position in my bed that he is in at certain points of that show was
Yeah.
motivation for me to not be there. I was like, you know what? This can't be me. This
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to be like him. That's kind of like the not the goal, but he's not a happy guy.
the thing that makes people sadder or scares people is how much they can relate to it,
Yeah, I think a lot of people get uncomfortable with
just how real it is.
like how often he brings up like social media and how influential it is to us, and like yeah, like especially the song about the internet. It's like, I mean, it's jokes, right? Like he's talking about like, oh, you should kill your mom. Why do women never fuck you? This is how you build a bomb. It's like, oh, haha, funny, but like a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do like look up, what do you do when your mom's yelling at you, or like,
Yeah.
or just like fucking like gore, like people dying on live leak. Like people do that. I do that sometimes. Just like watch me. Like it's weird, but and yeah, I think a lot of people get uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok, but I feel like there's a lot of TikTok I don't know this, but I feel like there's a lot of TikTok reaction videos of like, ew, this fucking Bo Burnham shit sucks. What happened?
There is.
There is? Okay. I figured.
For some reason, the thing that's getting the most hate right now is the sock puppet bit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like really?
Yeah.
I would feel like that's the part.
People are calling him like out of touch and like.
That's the whole joke. That's
know.
the whole point.
Yeah.
That's like one of the big jokes. It's like, I'm turning 30. I'm like an out of touch old person.
Yeah.
But I used to make fun of out of touch old people. Yeah. Like what?
Yeah. No, it's that's the part that's.
But people are just be like,
getting
you're
shit.
fucking old.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love our Gen Z. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think it's
Awesome.
that fear of relating to it that is more of a motivator for me than like a detriment.
Right. I mean, pizza.
Pass me a slice, brother.
It's vodka bacon.
That sounds really good.
It is pretty good. Yeah, it's really uncompromising, and it really puts into perspective a lot of people's lives, but also just him, because I've been a fan of him for a long time. Since I was like 10 years old. I'm not crying. I'm swallowing. It sounded like I got choked up. I've been fan of him for a long. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and like, there's always been like a weird undercurrent of like, oh, he's like kind of sad, like,
Right.
like really deep down. Like he jokes about like killing himself and like whatever. Like, I hate myself. I'm not happy with. But you really feel it, especially in his music when he's singing. It's like, yeah, he's definitely missing something, or feels guilty. And then, yeah, like this fucking special, Jesus Christ, like that moment where he's like looking at, I mean, I don't know how real this is because it's a show, but like when he's on the stool on the spotlight and he's just watching the clock go down while he's turning 30 in his house alone at night, it's like, Jesus Christ. And like, I'm sure that happened to a lot of people.
That shit's miserable.
Yeah, like it's awful. I mean, and like the song is so triumphant afterward, but it's like a joke. But yeah, that moment like got to me, even if it's not real. Like a lot of people are also being like, oh, this is staged. He has a wife and a dog and a house. Like, he's not alone. Like, this is just a fucking act. This is a character. It's like, yeah, like maybe.
Sure.
Like some of it's definitely like put on for the camera, right? Like him watching his own like suicide prevention video. Like, yeah, he didn't just do that. Like, that's clearly like for the show, but it's it's a fucking powerful moment where you're like, Jesus Christ. Like he's watching his own like self-help video that he made like 6 months ago,
And now he's in like a much worse
Yeah,
place.
like it sucks. Even if it's not real, like I'm sure that happened.
Right.
I don't know. It's really strange how the lengths people go to like delegitimize something to like get like one up on like a piece of art or something, being like, that's not real, that didn't happen, it's just for the show. Like, shut the fuck up and just appreciate what you're watching, because it's doesn't like fucking what's like a popular Alien? No, that's not.
Yeah, Alien.
I'm trying to think of like all of these popular movies I'm thinking of, like it happened. I thought of like, oh, Schindler's List didn't happen. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
Or like Titanic didn't happen. Fuck. The fucking Notebook, right?
Okay.
That's a popular movie. Everyone knows the Notebook, right? Yeah, that didn't happen. These aren't real people. But like, doesn't mean that shouldn't affect you the way it does. I mean,
We're gonna get 4 viewers, and all 4 of them are gonna be like, the Notebook is based on a true story.
Yeah, the 4 women that watch this fucking podcast on YouTube. Actually, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that was a weird tangent. But yeah, it's really good. Just to make that clear. We both like it. I think we made that
both
clear.
really like it.
But I watched back one of his other specials, just as like a comparison, and like in retrospect, they're not great. Like they're pretty good still. Like they're still kind of funny, but like his singing is way worse.
Yeah.
Granted, it's live. This special inside, he had a producer on it. He mixed all the music. Like it wasn't his live performances. At least a lot of the music wasn't.
Yeah.
And like those other specials were live performances. So I guess it's not fair, but like I feel like you can tell like his singing isn't as great. His music itself isn't as great. But also it's a different tone. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched Make Happy right after.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
Like what isn't okay, and then words is like fine, whatever. But also he did that when he's 19, so I don't know. It's I guess it's not comparable. He's fucking 30 years old now. He's clearly developed.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, man, it's crazy. It's weird. It's weird. And yeah, that sock puppet bit is like, it's meant to make you feel uncomfortable. Like it's,
Yeah.
that's the whole like juxtaposition of, oh, it's like a fucking happy kid show, and they're talking about like very real subjects and what's actually happening in the world, and like what, at least in America, like what the world is and how it treats people. Like it's supposed to be like, I can't see what about that is like, oh, you're just fucking out of touch. Like what did he even say that was wrong? He didn't say like young people suck or like don't get it.
No, he just talked about the song's called "That's How the World Works."
Yeah.
He talked about that, how the world
That's
works.
how, yeah. The government is against you. The police department, at least in America, is working against fucking pedophiles and horrible, horrible, horrible people. And normal people like me and everyone, the 4 people that listen to this, are the ones that are supposed to obey and aren't supposed to know about it. Or are supposed to know about it, but still do nothing because there's nothing, you feel like there's nothing else to do. Like that. That's the point. That's what he's trying to make you see. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're being treated like a sheep because they expect you to be sheep.
Right.
And that's in that bit where he's like pointing the finger at himself. Cause like when he says to the sock puppet, like, oh, that sounds interesting. Tell us more. And then the sock puppet's like, I don't want to be burdened with fucking educating you. Just go read a book. It's like, that's still part of the problem. He's not talking down to people and being like, oh, you should read a fucking book, asshole. Like you should. But he's also, you know, pointing the finger at himself and being like, yeah, why don't you do more? Why don't I, a comic with clearly like a lot of power over people, not power, but a lot of influence over people, why don't I educate people? And I don't, because I don't feel like it's my job. And that's what a lot of people think like too. The people who are educated, normal people, but just feel like burdened. It's fucked up. It's fucked up on both angles. The people who follow and the people who act like they're either too good or too busy to fucking do any of this. And I know this sounds preachy. I'm a fucking idiot. So like, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. I'm just trying to explain like what he's saying.
Right.
He's not saying like you young people are fucking stupid and addicted to your phones, which you are.
Right.
But like, so is he. He said that before too. Like everyone's a slave to that. Fucking the most smart, amazing like comics or just people in general all agree. Like, yeah, my phone is fucking poison. Like everyone's addicted to it, and it sucks that I am. Like most people, not everybody, but you know. Anyway, that's my tangent on. I'm not even old. I'm 19. Like I can't even be like those young people. Like, I'm who he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm leaning back from the mic so you don't hear me chew.
I think I feel like it's that fear of relating to it that's making people lash out against it because they don't want it to be true. They don't want to face like the music. At least the TikTok side of things. If you go on YouTube, it's nothing but like support.
Yeah, YouTube, I've noticed it's all praise and
yeah,
everyone loves it. But yeah, I knew. I was like, yeah, TikTok's going to fucking hate this thing.
because TikTok is the audience he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's not talking about the YouTube audience
Well, you know,
to an extent.
there's idiots on YouTube too and like young people there also, but it's not as like YouTube isn't as easily like shareable, I feel like. Like TikTok, first of all, everyone has it. And I feel like it's easier to share a TikTok than it is to share like a YouTube video, but also I don't know.
And TikTok is kind of just like
And I
it's
feel
like autoplay.
yeah.
You don't like you don't search for.
No,
video
I know. Yeah,
anymore.
you could just like you swipe
You
through
just
shit.
keep scrolling.
And I feel like TikTok has more users. I know you know YouTube's been around forever, but what is it? Isn't it like 1 billion registered view? No, that's not the right. It's not the right number. But like a lot of fucking people have TikTok accounts.
Probably daily users. I would say there's a bigger number of daily.
It's
users.
at least equivalent to YouTube. It's definitely not lower.
You can also consume like so much more media in the same amount of time.
Yeah, TikTok is like
Because like each TikTok is at most a minute, and you can just keep scrolling. But one YouTube video could be like 10, 15 minutes.
yeah.
And a lot of people try to shell out the same amount of information in a TikTok that they would in a video.
Yeah, I hate watching like YouTube compilations of like I've been like trying to follow all this fucking drama between like the frenemy shit, and a lot of it's like recorded TikToks on YouTube, and it's like I fucking hate this. Like, why do people just make a video? Like,
Just make a YouTube
like I
video.
hate like the pointing to like words and like
Yeah.
I know that this isn't visual, but like I'm pointing like you know what I'm talking about. Like you point to like words that you put on the screen, and then you make like a satisfied or like angry like like face. It's like, yeah, you should know this. Like fuck you.
Just fucking say it.
Just say it with your words instead of being a pussy and being like, oh, I don't want to say it because I can just write it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But you know, I just don't like TikTok. Also,
yeah, I don't really like TikTok. There's
you
a
use
couple.
it. I catch you fucking scrolling.
I
around.
watch TikToks on Instagram. So like I'll flip through Instagram Reels, which is like not TikTok, but it's basically.
But you have TikTok.
I do have TikTok. I use it once a month when I just have too many messages in my inbox from my girlfriend.
Fair enough.
Like I'll like she'll send me TikToks all day, every day, and then once the number reaches like over 80 messages, I'll go
You're
on
like,
TikTok.
fucking whatever.
And then I
okay.
feel obligated to watch like 25 minutes straight of all the TikToks that she has sent me over the past few weeks. And then I'm stuck. I
you're just
have
there,
to.
and you're just like, I gotta keep swiping. I guess.
And like I can't just respond to the most recent one she sent because then she will think I haven't watched all of them. So I have to like back out of the video, respond to the one I just watched, and then scroll back up and find my place.
it's really funny.
And I've gotten to the point where like now I don't even bother to open the app. So she texts me the link to the TikToks.
She texts you on Snapchat.
Yeah, she'll Snapchat me the link to the TikTok. And now I'm
Nice.
trapped.
Forever. It's It's an infinity symbol.
It's
But anyway, whatever. Inside's great. You should watch it.
yeah.
Watch it on like a good day though. I feel like a lot of people, especially for COVID, like a lot of people are in like really shitty places. I mean, maybe it's good for that though, because at least it. Actually, no, fuck that. Yeah, you should watch it at any point if you're sad or whatever. I think it's good to watch because there's no like overtly like suicidal. I mean, there's a section where he's talking about suicide. But
It touches on it, but
there's nothing like triggering in quotes in terms of visuals. So it's not like fucking 13 Reasons Why where you have like super realistic like effects of like a razor blade going into her wrist and
yeah.
then they put a fucking bullshit warning in the front of the video being like, if you have suicidal thoughts, call this number and go to this website. You are not alone. And then just fucking ah! I fucking hate my life, Mom! It's the stupidest shit in the world. We've talked about 13 Reasons Why
We have,
before,
yeah.
but in the other podcast.
Wait, we didn't upload that one.
No, we didn't.
We decided that we went too
I
far.
went on for like 45 minutes talking about how the it's like 2 years old now, but the new season of 13 Reasons Why is like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
That whole show's bullshit.
It sucks.
It was funny at first and then just got like mean, like really bad.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that. It's old news. No one gives a shit anymore.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, that
Yeah, like,
that
oh yeah,
show
that
happened.
piece of shit. I watched that, whatever. I know like friends of mine who are like, yeah, that show's good.
Yeah, I do too.
Who the fuck are you?
It's just
like how I understand if you don't like find it funny like me because I'm like a weirdo who like ironically like laughs at things, but I mean a lot of people do that now. It's like a trend, but for like normal people, I could
average
see
person.
like how you wouldn't get mad. But like is weird to me.
yeah, it's people who are like pretty out of touch with. They're used to the level of production that 13 Reasons Why has.
In terms of like how it looks.
Not how it looks, just like how good it is and how well it's made.
Oh, you're talking about like people watch it like
the-
Lucifer, Supernatural all the time, and they're like,
people
"This
who
is
are
good."
like, yeah,
Okay,
like they're used to like the acting and the writing
gotcha.
and the
But, like,
plots.
even for like a garbage like kind of like CW show, if it was on the CW, I would still think it's really bad, even for that.
because the show itself is out of touch.
Yeah, it's written by like a bunch of like the main writer's like a 55-year-old, I think, and he got like, I don't even want to. He got like good reviews from like Broadway shows he put on, and they were about like serious topics. So he was like the serious guy on Broadway,
Right.
not Broadway, but like in theater. I forgot his name, but anyway, he got like good reviews for that. So I guess like Netflix was like, oh, we want to do a show about like teenagers and suicide or whatever. So who's a guy who's cheap but who's also good? This guy, whatever. We can take him. And then he just made some like I feel like if it was a play, I think it would be better. It wouldn't feel as weird.
If it was a play, I feel like it'd get close to like
Like a lot of the dialogue and stuff, I feel like would work
it
better.
wouldn't be as unnatural.
Yeah, like because this is supposed to play off as like this is real. This is how real teenagers are. But like, and it's like a TV show, and there's a lot of good stuff on Netflix about that. So you expect that, and you don't get it at all. But I feel like a play like this hasn't really been made about like teenagers in high school, and like one of them dies and leaves tapes around for people to find, and like they become reasons for killing herself. Like it's pretty weird, but I feel like it would work better as a play because then you can have weird shit like that. But with such a concept as like 16, she's 16, right? When she killed herself, 16-year-old kills herself and has like the patience and the gall to like first of all, it's like modern day to make cassette tapes, record them, and make 13 of them for 13 different people. It's fucking crazy. It's insane.
Yeah, no one.
Like if this happened in real life, we'd be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, are you?
who is this?
You serious?
Like, you would act like a school shooting happened. Like, what the fuck? What?
It'd be yeah.
How could someone do that?
It's like a next level of like insanity.
But I feel like it would work in like the structure of a play.
You could have like a 13-act play.
I mean, kind of. But you could have like, you can have characters talk weird like that because like, they're all theatrical and stuff. So like,
It's over personified.
yeah. But that's the point of like theater. But it's not the point of TV shows. TV shows are supposed to convince you like, oh, this is happening. Or at least this show is trying to convince you like this would happen.
They tried to like.
And then the fourth season went off the rails with like hallucinations and fucking like ghosts, but whatever.
The issue is the issue
First season, at least.
Mostly is like you tried to make more seasons.
Yeah.
This could have just been like a however 13 episodes like short series.
It was only one book. They only
Yeah.
the lady only wrote one book.
And you just you decide to
really
follow up on it.
They really stretch it thin. Like the second season's like 13 pieces of evidence
Yeah,
against the kid. Oh no, that's the third season. The second season is like
the school shooting, was that the?
that's like the stinger of the season 2, I think. Or no, season 3. I don't even remember season 2. Anyway, it's bad. They really stretch it thin. Like this season 3, it's 13 pieces of evidence against whoever killed Bryce, which is like the rapist guy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if and they heard that, but my phone just rang. Yeah, it's the worst, but whatever. We shouldn't fucking.
Yeah, here we are again.
13. Yeah, exactly. I didn't get too into it. But yeah, 13. Don't watch that. What's a good show that's on Netflix?
People are talking about. I haven't watched it, but Invincible.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's on Amazon Prime. Yeah. I don't even want to say anything because you haven't seen it. It's fucking good. You should watch it.
All I've heard so far is, well, apart from it being really good, all I heard so far was like the art style takes a bit to get used to.
The animation kind of sucks.
Yeah, the animation.
Sometimes.
Is
Well, it's trying to emulate like mid to late 2000s like Saturday morning cartoons.
not okay.
So like this is the mid late 2000s, but like the Batman animated series, like Young Justice, Teen Titans, like that kind of style, but in like a really dark, serious way. Like it's a really serious story about like real people. But yeah, it is like some of the animation's kind of bad. And they were clearly on a budget, but when they do use the budget, it looks great. Like the fight scenes are pretty cool for the most part, but it's not really about that. It's more about just like the story and like what's happening. But yeah, I don't want to say anything else.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's only 8 episodes and they're only 45 minutes each. It's pretty
Okay.
short. You can get through it in a day if you wanted to.
I'll probably fall asleep to it tonight.
Yeah, probably. It is a good one to do that too. There's a lot of talking. You want another one?
Yeah. Pass me
You want pizza, baby?
Have you seen any like? Have you been to a movie theater
Yes.
since it opened?
I've been to a couple movie theaters. First time I went to a movie theater since the pandemic, I saw, what was it? Oh, God. I don't even remember. Oh, I saw Nobody. You remember?
What? The fuck is that?
Exactly. Fucking no one remembers that movie. It came out like a couple months ago. Nobody. It's with Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
The action movie. It has the choreographer of the John Wick movies apparently, which I didn't know before I saw the movie, which is kind of disappointing. Everyone says John Wick is good, and like everything that I've seen associated with it, like Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn movie, like the guy who did John Wick did that movie. The fight scenes in that movie was terrible. And then this comes out, and again, the guy who did choreographer who did John Wick, he did this movie. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I haven't seen any of the John Wick.
And this movie's not great. It's not as bad as Harley Quinn. Like Harley Quinn's like awful. But yeah, that's the first movie I saw
Jesus.
in a movie theater.
Mine was Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I was with you. That was more fun. But me and my girlfriend were just walking and we passed a movie theater. We're like, is this open? And it was. We were like, oh shit, let's go see a movie.
And that was your.
And it was like 8 o'clock. There was like nothing. Like there's only a couple shows. And yeah, like nobody was the closest one. It was happening at like 8:30. And we're like, all right, cool, whatever. This is a movie to watch. And yeah, man, it's like, holy shit. Like the first action scene is cool, like in the bus. Here, I'll get you a towel. Eat over that, baby. He's pouring grease all over himself. Greasy pizza. Yeah, like the first action scene in it is neat. It's like in a bus and like it's fine. Like it's fun, but I don't remember the rest of the movie, honestly. I don't remember the story. I don't remember like any of the it was bad.
I honestly don't think I knew it was coming out until you told me you saw it.
I didn't either. I was like, oh yeah, that movie.
Pizza.
Oh, Jesus. Kong vs. Godzilla is really good, though. Everyone hates it.
I liked it.
No, no one liked it, but I thought it was fun. It's a fun movie.
Me being not really a Godzilla fan,
Yeah.
and definitely not a King Kong
I
fan.
don't think anyone's a King Kong fan.
I had a fun time.
Yeah, it's like, what do you expect? It's a giant gorilla and a giant lizard fighting.
Some of the scenes were really cool.
It's awesome, and the CGI is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
Kong looks like a real fucking gorilla, like walking around a city.
It's pretty insane.
They got it pretty good. Like, obviously, it doesn't look real, but looks pretty fucking close. Yeah, it's just like a fun movie, and like it's pretty heartwarming, and the action's really cool, and I don't know what else you'd really want from it.
Reminds me of
It's better than the fucking first one.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. That was pretty good too.
Like
People didn't like that movie either.
Yeah, like. Was it amazing? Was it really fun? Yeah.
Again, it's a movie about a fucking transforming Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah.
I mean, people were just burned from the fucking last 5 Transformers movies, and they're just kind of over it, which I was too, but I was surprised.
I liked Bumblebee. I saw The Conjuring.
How was that?
Like my expectations weren't high, but I was still somehow disappointed. Not even disappointed, just like I didn't expect it to be scary, and I didn't expect it to be like that good. But I still like sat in the theater after it ended for like a minute or two just to be like what did I just watch? Like.
You watched Big Evil Nurse Lady go spooky, haha.
Like, they were making jokes. They made a lot of jokes, and they were like
told me that.
jump cuts to like emphasize jokes.
I mean, in like a horror movie, you can do that because it releases tension a little bit. Where you're like, oh,
But there was more.
scary part's over.
There was more of that than scary.
Okay, that's a problem.
There were.
I mean, fuck, man. It's like what, the 5th Conjuring movie? What are you gonna do?
I think
at
what is
that
it?
point?
What is it like the 8th in the like the technical
In like the
series?
universe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's
The horror movie cinematic universe with the nurse or whatever
The nun.
The nun. I don't even.
the nurse
The nurse. The nun. Annabelle. And
ghosts.
And what are the 2 like?
The second Conjuring.
No, I mean like what are the 2 like the?
Oh, Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah, Ed and Lorraine. Those are the 4 characters. What the fuck?
One of the Conjuring movies is just about the nun again.
Yeah. Isn't that one just called the Nun?
No, there's a separate one that's called The Conjuring, but the nun is the enemy.
the villain.
But there's
bad
also
guy.
like a little girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. The first one was... I liked the first one.
I like the second one because it's the only one I saw in theaters other than this new one.
Yeah.
It was
I heard the
okay.
second one was okay.
I liked it, but once again, like I didn't expect quality.
Yeah.
So going in not expecting quality, I had a fun time.
Yeah.
If I was hoping for like a really good horror movie, I'd probably be really disappointed.
I don't think anyone was expecting a really good horror movie out
Right.
of The Conjuring 3.
The devil made me do it.
8th movie in the Conjuring cinematic
And
universe.
some of the scenes like had the
sorry.
potential to be really good.
Yeah.
But everything that could have been really cool was in the trailer. So
Like the Joker.
there was one scene that was like better than the rest. Spoilers, I guess. I don't know. There's a part where like
Spoiler.
the main kid who's like you see in the trailer who's like I think I hurt somebody. Obviously he fucking did. He's absolutely drenched in blood.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the movie where they're like killing the witch lady.
Yeah.
There's a part where he's like going through like the highest point of his possession or whatever,
yeah.
and he starts like levitating, and like they use
Like any
like all of
like every movie.
all of the horror movies. You always have to include someone slowly start levitating.
I'd start being like
So he starts like tweaking out and levitating, and they use lighting really well. It gets like super like bright blue,
okay.
and it looks really nice. And then like all of the windows in the hospital kind of explode, and like glass starts flying everywhere,
Okay.
and it looks really cool. But then
So
it
again, like every fucking
so like every horror movie,
horror movie ever.
and it looks really cool, but it ends. It just stops.
It ends there.
I think I don't know. He
Oh,
does the
okay.
typical horror.
I thought you meant like the movie ended. Like
No, the movie
the
ends-
windows break. It's like that's it.
That's it.
It's over. Come back for
The
Conjuring
movie
4.
the movie does end like 2 minutes later, but
Good.
that's like one of the last scenes. It's like, it's almost they're right at the last second they kill the witch. He's about it,
Oh no.
and I don't even know what the real threat was.
Did they get him?
I mean, I know what the threat was, but in that moment where he's levitating, it's like like the whole point of killing the witch was that so he didn't kill himself because the witch was gonna make him kill himself. But at this point, he's levitating.
Awesome.
He's levitating and blowing shit up, and it's
That's
like
just a fucking like. I'm sorry. Can we stop with that in movies? Like he's gonna kill himself.
He's gonna kill himself.
Just do something else,
the
please.
the plot line that they used was that the witch made him kill somebody, which he did,
yeah.
and then to finish the curse, it basically has to be like a murder suicide.
It's like real crazy people in real life who
yeah.
play insane to murderers.
So they have him murder someone, and then he tries to kill himself, but they can't let him kill himself because then the curse is complete. But who cares? Because he's dead at that point.
Yeah.
Right?
What does the curse like summon a demon or whatever?
I think the curse like summons the devil,
Like the actual
like
devil.
Satan, yeah, like the devil.
That's pretty high stakes for these two like white people who just like
And
get out of him.
the best part,
Get out.
the best part of like the Conjuring movies is like Ed and Lorraine. They're the characters. They're like, oh, they do cool stuff and they stop the demon. Ed is not in the movie.
What do you mean he's not in the movie?
Well, he's in the movie, but he's fucking useless. He has a heart attack in the first scene.
Okay.
So he's basically like crippled throughout the movie, and the major.
Oh, so they use that. It's like Ed can't do
he
what
can't
he's
help
doing.
her.
Oh no, she's got to
But
do
then,
it all
like,
by herself.
They throw in the obvious, like Ed tries to help her anyway, and he like almost dies because he's like, had a heart attack.
Okay.
And like they use a plot point where he had a heart
Fixes
attack.
his heart attack.
No, but he keeps forgetting to take his heart pills.
Uh-huh.
And like they try to make it like all sweet, like they turn it into a rom-com where he's about to die, and last second like Lorraine opens up her heart-shaped necklace and there's a pill inside.
Oh my god.
And she's like, I knew you would forget. Like,
What do you mean? Why didn't you just help him fucking take his pills, bitch? What do you mean I knew you'd forget?
because there was a scene where he forgot earlier and she's like, Ed. Like,
Okay. I had this. Like, it's not like your kids. It's a pill.
It's a pill.
A heart-shaped locket.
It's a locket with a
with your
pill.
Xanax
And then
in it. Take this.
They do this weird rom-com thing where they flash back to the past and they like go on their first date and she's like telling the story of their first date. And they,
guys,
like,
this is a horror movie.
and it was so cliche. She's like, we got ice cream and we wound up in this gazebo. And the gazebo is apparently a plot point because at the end of the movie, he buys the gazebo and has the gazebo moved to their house.
Why'd you just build
How
a
do you
fucking gazebo
go about
in your-
that?
Yeah, like, you just like pick it up like a crane.
I want this
just-
gazebo.
I want it.
I want it. Bring it to my
here.
house. Who do you pay for that? How much money do you have to pay for that?
Yeah, like I
They
can't
don't
imagine.
have jobs.
I can't imagine. Yeah, like you make that much money from exercising ghosts or whatever. So like, how the fuck?
Hey, we saved your life. That'll be $10,000.
10 grand, please. Papa cheese.
So yeah, the movie's awful, but
Yeah,
it
it
was a
sounds
fun
bad.
time.
I'm sure it was
It was fun.
It's always fun going to the movie theater, unless it's like really bad.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've been just upset that I saw a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't.
Maybe that
can't-
movie that we saw with Melissa McCartney.
Fucking God.
What was that called? Like The Boss.
It was called The Boss.
The Boss.
It's like Melissa McCarthy playing Melissa McCarthy. God, this is a movie actually no one remembers except for us. It's the least.
There was a sword fight on a roof.
The ending of the movie is fucking. Oh, what's his name?
Jason Bateman.
No, the dwarf guy.
Oh,
What the fuck is his name?
he plays Tyrion, right?
Yeah, Tyrion Lannister. Fuck.
I don't remember his name.
How do you know that? How do you know his Game of Thrones character's name?
I don't even watch
Peter
it.
Dinklage. That's what it is.
Peter Dinklage.
It's Peter Dinklage and Megan McCarthy having a sword fight at the
Melissa.
top. Megan. I always fuck that up. Melissa,
Michelle McCarthy.
Michelle Obama, and Peter Dinklage. They have a fucking sword fight, like a samurai sword fight,
with like katanas.
on the top of like a skyscraper,
Yeah.
and it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's not funny. I mean, I will give it. We haven't even explained it's a fucking Melissa. Fuck. It's a Melissa McCarthy movie comedy where like she's a big time bitch and she's a boss of and she gets fired and then she has to move in with like her niece and she helps her niece's kids at like Girl Scouts and like has a giant like fight in a street where she's like punching children. It's kind of funny to me because I'm a horrible person, but it's kind of funny to see like a grown woman like punching out a child.
Yeah.
It's a funny image. It's not really funny in the movie. I think thinking about it, like if that happened in real life, I'd laugh. Anyway, I think that was one of the only moments I've had where I'm like, I don't want to
wish I
be
didn't
in
do
the movie.
this.
And we were in a shitty theater too. We were at the Alpine.
Yeah.
And like just like the worst conditions for a movie also. Just like the worst. It's the worst. It was the worst movie. It was the worst theater. It was like the worst day. Like we thought our school was gonna get shot up that day. That's why we skipped it. It was a weird day. That was the reason we didn't go to school. We were like, someone's gonna shoot up the fucking school. We're not going there today. We're not risking it.
Because we got told don't come to school.
Yeah, like some dude was like, hey, don't come to school tomorrow. Why? Why? Just don't. Okay.
And it was someone who like actually
Yeah, it was someone we know who like. It's not like he murdered anybody, but like if we found out he murdered someone,
wouldn't
no one
be
would be
surprised.
surprised. So we were like,
And also the police got involved, so we thought it might be
yeah.
real.
Afterward, they like searched this guy's house and found like plans to shoot up the school. Like it was actually gonna happen, just not that day. It was 420. It was 420. That's
yeah.
why they were gonna do it that day because they're fucking dumb teenagers and they're like, we're gonna shoot the school 420. It was Hitler's birthday.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's why we were like, yeah, let's go see The Boss.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else was playing, so fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I think that's the only time. The only time that I've like.
Yeah,
I
I've been
wish
like,
I
I've been
didn't.
mad. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Why don't we just go to the fucking pool club that was right across the street? Like, why don't we just do that? The fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think I've really had that bad of a time in a movie theater. One time I was with my friend. I was a long time. I was like 8 years old, probably. We saw. Remember that Michael Jackson documentary? This Is It.
Yes.
It was like the one like right after he died or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it before he died? I don't remember. Whatever. When did he die? 2008? 2010?
Somewhere around there.
I think it was. We saw the movie around then, so it was either like right before he died or like right after. I don't remember.
I think 2010 because I think I was going to Murrow at the time.
Okay, so that movie came out around that time, and I remember that. And I was going with my friend, and his mom took us, and she was like, "All right, I'm gonna go get popcorn and see you guys in a second." And like, me and this kid were like 8 years old, so we're fucking freak weirdos. So we start like humping. What do you think?
I've been watching that one thumbnail for like
Just the one gif. Fucking iCarly like lighting a shoe on fire.
been watching that for an hour now.
Nice. Fuck.
What were you humping?
Oh yeah, we were in the movie theater and we were bored because we got there like half an hour early for some reason. And so we were fucking kids, so we started like playing around.
Fucking kids.
Yeah, we're fucking kids, and like some guy like
Michael Jackson experience.
Yeah, we were cosplaying. No, we started fucking humping the chairs because we were like, "Hey, look at this, funny." And like, there's a kid like 2 rows in front of us, just like staring so intently at us, like terrified, like scarred. I don't even know why this kid was so upset, but he was.
Ruined his life.
Yeah, and I think we like start like pointing at him. We're like, "Yeah, you're next. Like, we're gonna fuck you next." And we just start like really going at it, like we're gonna break the seats. And then like the kid like really like he was looking back at us, and he like really quickly like shoots back in his seat. And then his mom comes, and then my friend's mom comes also from my penis. No, that's awful. I'm sorry. If you're the kid who I was with watching this, I'm so sorry that I made your mom come.
Oh!
I'm actually sorry about that though. So yeah, my friend's mom comes with like the candy and popcorn or whatever, and then like we see the kid like pointing at us and like being to his mom like, "They fucking did this and I'm scared." And the mom walks over. She's like, "What were you doing?" We were like what?
Grilling children.
Yeah, like we're 8 years old. Like we're kids. We're just like looking up at her like, I don't know. And she's like, "What were you doing to my son?" We were like, "What? What do you mean,
your son?"
Yeah, what? What were you doing something to my kid? Were you scaring my kid? And like now my friend's mom comes and she's like, "What are you talking about?
Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, get away from us. So we didn't do anything. She's like, "Did you know that your kids were scaring my kid?" She's like, "First of all, one of them isn't mine. He's white." And second of all, no, I didn't know that. And she was like, "Okay, well, you better fucking, put a leash on them," or whatever parents say. I don't know.
Put a leash on that boy.
String him up. And then I got yelled at by my friend's mom, being like, "Why would you embarrass me like that? What the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm so sorry." That was like the first time I've ever experienced like embarrassment for embarrassing like somebody else. I experienced embarrassment for myself, but never like on the behalf of someone, and it was a really weird feeling. Like, you know how like your family member gets really drunk at like a party, and then you're just like, "Oh, fucking like Jesus Christ, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Stop. Get off the table, please. Get off the table. Stop dancing. Stop dancing, please." It was like that. It was like that embarrassment. It was like, "I'm so sorry I embarrassed you." At 8. Having these like very complicated feelings. It's like, "I'm so sorry I embarrassed you and hurt your feelings." I think that was the last time I had a bad experience. Have you ever been to like a school trip where you went to a movie, like went to a movie theater?
Yeah. You know what I saw?
Isn't it weird?
I saw that. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was just called. Maybe it was called The Sitter. It's the Jackie Chan movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, that was like The Spy Next Door or something.
Oh, The Spy Next Door.
Yeah.
That was the last movie I saw as like a school field trip. Mm-hmm. And I only just remember like all of the kids in my class screaming. Like it just
Yeah, could you imagine going to the movie theater as not part of that class and just trying to watch the movie and just have it like
sucked.
like the whole time, and then like something like slightly weird happens, like, oh no, Jackie Chan fell down. Be like, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, no, I've never been to a movie when a class was there.
I've never been to one either, but a movie. I've never been. No, I've never been to a movie theater with like a class in it either. But I went to a movie. I swear to God, we went to an IMAX like theater because it's the only theater that could fit us. I went with my whole camp,
Your whole camp?
like my whole like 200 kids in a fucking
Jesus Christ.
in a fucking movie theater. We sold out like almost the only seats were like the very front row, and it's IMAX. So like, how the fuck do you watch an IMAX movie at the front row? Like, you're straining your eyes. It's like,
that must have.
yeah, it was probably like almost 200
I
kids.
feel bad for the counselors.
Yeah, how the fuck? How do you do that?
How do you like corral?
Why
that
do you
group?
put all of them in one place? Why don't you do like 2 trips? Like, oh,
Yeah.
you guys go to the fucking park. We're gonna see a movie or whatever. Do something as cool to a kid. And we watched. You know what we watched? We watched Cats and Dogs: The Revenge of Kitty Galore. It's the second time. It was the second time I saw that movie.
Oh my god! And I had gone previously.
Yeah, I've seen it. So what the fuck? No, but like, and we all got popcorn. We all got like it was complimentary for the
like
trip.
a $5,000 trip.
Yeah, well, we paid for it, and we got our little like like in school you get the compliment like you get the little popcorn, like the little
Yeah.
drink and the little candy. Obviously, everyone ate that shit immediately because
Yeah.
we're children. But it's like the cheapest thing they could afford, and they don't want to spend it anymore. So like, oh, if you want to get more, you have to buy it yourself. And we're like, what the fuck? What? Can't even get like free refills? What are you talking about? What is this? I guess they didn't want like fucking sugared up kids like fucking screaming and running around the theater. But they were gonna do that anyway. So what the fuck? But anyway, so like even if you wanted to get more, you'd have to go to the stand. There's only one stand and like 2 guys working there, and they're like, "Oh, you guys want pizza and corn dogs and chicken nuggets and popcorn?" Like, because obviously we're children, we're gonna be like, "Oh, there's pizza. Oh, there's fucking chicken nuggets." So you have to wait like half an hour. You miss like most of the movie, and you get to the fucking people, and like, I wanted a pizza. I wanted one of the pizzas because like, oh, I'm a kid. I want pizza.
I've never had movie pizza.
It's okay. It's kind of like Domino's.
Oh, okay.
Like not great, but it's okay for what it is. It's like a movie theater hot dog. It's like, all right,
I've never had that either.
really?
Yeah.
You've had like the little like corn dogs, right?
Yeah.
I've given those. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever.
It exists.
it's fine to eat during a movie because you don't like notice.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I finally got online. I waited like fucking 45 minutes. Half the movie's over. I stayed for like the first 10 minutes. I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I want to get pizza. So I go and I wait online. It's been 45 minutes. I finally get up to the fucking sweaty, gross teenager with like zits all over his face, and I'm like, can I get the pepperoni pizza and chicken nuggies and extra large drink? He was like, yeah,
anything else?
yeah. He was like, anything else? I was like, no, thank you. Because I was also buying, like, we had partners. I was buying for like my friend there too, and he was gonna like pay me back. I don't know why the fuck I was doing this at like 8 years old or 10 or whatever. And he was like, there's gonna be a 25-minute wait. Are you okay with that? I was like, what? I've already rated like 45. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, I've already waited 45 fucking minutes to get this thing, and now you're gonna tell me I have to wait another 25. That's like an hour and 10 minits that the movie's gone. The movie's
whole
over.
movie.
The movie's gonna be over by the time I get this fucking pizza. I was like antisocial and a kid, so I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I waited. So by the time I got all this fucking food, it was like the end of the movie. Like they were like beating up the cat or whatever happened in that movie.
Animal abuse on screen.
The villain was like a Sphinx cat. It was like bald and gross looking, and like they were like beating up the cat in the theme park, and I was like, what the fuck? I missed all of it. What the fuck? So I sat there and like ate my pizza watching the end of this movie, which I guess I've already seen, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like, I was still upset. Anyway, that was like the worst I think trip I've ever been on. No, that's not true. Maybe that was the worst trip. I don't remember. Pretty bad.
I didn't go on many trips.
Neither did I. You want this life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go on that many trips. Like high school, I didn't go on a single trip. High school, not one. Not even the shitty ones, like to the bowling alley.
I went.
I never went to one.
I went to the museum.
Nope.
In high school, but it was only when I was like a junior in a freshman science class, and they're like, "We're going on a trip," and I was like 16, and everyone else was like 13. And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, okay." And I went. I made friends with a bunch of 13-year-olds.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, actually, no. I don't think I was friends with you then, but I think you told me that before. Yeah, high school. I didn't go on any trips.
And then I
never went to high school.
There could have been trips. We don't know.
Exactly.
The only trip I went on after that was in GED. I went on
Yeah.
like 3 trips.
I couldn't even do that. 'Cause when I got my fucking GED, I just had one class. I was in there for an hour.
You're listening to New York math champion.
Yep.
I won the math championship with
There he is.
Josh.
You're looking at him, or listening to him, or whatever.
That's the sound of a math champ's voice.
That's the sound of a fucking smart guy. Yeah. Fucking
School was a weird time.
school was a weird time. All right, you think we should cut it?
So that was our experience with various forms of media.
Yeah, I don't really know what to call this. I guess it's just like a whatever freeform kind of. It's a test episode just to see, just to test the waters. You'll probably hear this. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Who knows? We gotta come up with a name. We gotta come up with like everything.
So we gotta do everything over.
We gotta come up with like a logo or something. I go with a fucking logo.
I know how to make logos now.
He do the Photoshops and the YouTubes. My grandson, he's a good YouTuber, this one.
We're gonna get this on Spotify.
Hell yeah. Distro Kid? Hell yeah. All right. That was the
Warm Seltzer Podcast.
We'll figure it out.
thank you guys for listening. See you next time. Oh yeah. Keep going. Don't talk.